First fun fact about me, I'm a Catholic. I attended a Catholic grade school and high school. Second fun fact, I have hiked the Grand Canyon from the North Rim to the South Rim in 2 days. Another fun fact about me is I have been to Alaska and I stood on a glacier. Fourth fun fact, I transferred to Westminster College after my freshman year. I spent my freshman year playing soccer at Harding University. And my last fun fact is that I worked for a sewage company as a summer job for 2 summers. Can you guess which Blue Jay that I am? First fun fact about me, I'm a Catholic. I attended a Catholic grade school and high school. Second fun fact, I have hiked the Grand Canyon from the North Rim to the South Rim in 2 days. Another fun fact about me is I have been to Alaska and I stood on a glacier. Fourth fun fact, I transferred to Westminster College after my freshman year. I spent my freshman year playing soccer at Harding University. And my last fun fact is that I worked for a sewage company as a summer job for 2 summers. Can you guess which Blue Jay that I am?
All right, perfect. Now we'll go into the regular interview. And let me get your last name correct. Heckart? Is that right?
It's Heckart.
Heckart.
So it sounds like it sounds like it'd be ERT, but it's actually ART. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we are joined here today by Sam Heckart from Westminster College men's soccer team. Sam, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Brian.
My first question for you, you said, you transferred over to Westminster College after your freshman year at another institution. Mm-hmm. Why did you transfer and why Westminster?
So I decided to transfer. So Harding University, where I was at, is located in Searcy, Arkansas, so about central Arkansas. And I'm from Jefferson City, Missouri, so it's about 5 hours from there, directly south. And the biggest thing for me was I enjoyed my time at Harding, but it was a little too far for me. I enjoy being close to home, and I found that out after one season and 1 year at Harding. I decided I wanted to play somewhere more local, and I knew some of my high school club soccer teammates. They spent their freshman year and they still go to Westminster, so I get to play soccer with them now. So I knew some of them. I kind of started talking to them about the coach and how the team was, and I was definitely interested right away. And it was something that I wanted to find out more about Westminster. I didn't know a lot about it, even though it's 25 minutes from my hometown. So I was interested in playing there and being a student athlete. And they definitely have a great academic aspect to their college too, and that's something that interested me. I started talking to Coach Gala, and right away I could tell that it would seem like it'd be a good fit for me, and I was really glad that I made the decision.
Yeah. Talking to you earlier, you mentioned that, one of your dreams was to play soccer in college. Why does soccer play such an important role in your life?
I think the biggest thing, I started playing when I was 4. And the main thing that I really enjoyed about it is like the teammates and the relationships you form and all the memories that you create. Those are something that'll stick with me for the rest of my life. And, I've had some my best friends that I've had as my teammates, and, just the memories I've created with them has been really awesome. I'm definitely, I'm definitely really lucky to be able to play soccer. Yeah. And also I really enjoy the aspect of, trying to, as an athlete, the long process that it takes of working hard and perfecting your craft of, getting better and reaching that, your goals and being the best player that you can be.
Yeah, I think that was one of the interesting things that you had mentioned earlier, and that you kind of like practice. You said, you might, people might give you some trouble about that, but you actually like practice. Is that because you're really kind of developing and pushing yourself to get better?
Yeah, no, I've always liked that. And I think, like I mentioned, I don't think most people know that, but I think part of me loving soccer is to get better, and I need to get better at and just being, reach my full potential as an athlete. And it also just helps, it gives me motivation for other things in life too, because soccer pushes you, and you definitely have to work hard to be a good player. It's definitely a tough sport, and just being able to play and work on things, especially in practice, and working hard with your teammates to get better. The stuff that people don't always see. There's that saying like, work hard when nobody's watching, and enjoy the benefits when it actually counts and people can see you. And I think I take that as a huge part of trying to get better, and just working on being as myself. What can I do better each day in each practice or workout?
Sure. You mentioned that you're a sport management major at Westminster College, and that you would ideally like to work for a pro sports team in any fashion, or I mean, is there any particular kind of role that you would ultimately like, or just what is it?
Yeah, so honestly, it could be for any team. I've always liked football, basketball, soccer, baseball. I love all those sports, and just being able to be a part and work for like a major organization and sports team, professional preferably, would be a dream come true. And I don't really have like specific, I guess, job title that I was focused on, but I've always enjoyed like the process of I thought about maybe a little bit of coaching, but also like as a general manager. I think that would be really fun, and just be able to work with players and
Sure.
The different managers and players that are on the team.
Yeah. Speaking of jobs, you said you had 2 summers. For 2 summers, you worked in a sewage company. Can you tell everybody a little bit about that position?
Yeah, so it's actually interesting. I guess, 2017 and 2018, those summers I worked it, and it was in Jefferson City for All Clear Pumping and Sewer. And I had not heard of this company before, and my mom was friends with the owner, and she knew that I kind of wanted a job that was gonna work me hard and tire me out after just one day there. And she started talking to the owner, and she put me in touch with him, and it was something that it was interesting, and I definitely got my hands dirty some days, but not all the time. So it was a lot of working outside and working with the nasty stuff, and it was good job experience, and definitely an interesting life skill that I picked up, just to be able to learn about that process and how that looks. But I definitely enjoyed it, and it was fun, and the owner made it fun too. He always would keep me on the edge of my seat and not really know what to expect, but it was good.
Well, speaking of working hard and being tired, you also hiked the Grand Canyon. When did you do this, and what made you decide to, hike the Grand Canyon? A great feat.
Yeah, no, it was. I think I was about 12 or 13 years old, maybe a little before that. But so my dad's side of the family, it was kind of a big thing that we had planned, and we did it. So my dad and sister, and then kind of his whole side of the family, we all did it together. So even my grandparents, I mean, they were pretty old. They were 60s and 70s. So, and they were able to accomplish it. So that was really cool too. We were all able to, do it. And it was like a life-changing and just a beautiful thing to experience. Doing that in 2 days. We started at the North Rim. So you hike down, you start at like 6 in the morning, in Arizona, it gets up to triple digits, almost every day in the summer. So that was, we had to start early, and I think it was like 14 miles down. And when you get to the bottom, there was a campsite. We stayed there for the night and kind of hung out there. And then the next morning we got up early again, I think before the sun was even up, and hiked, I believe it was 7 to 9 miles back up, which was a little more difficult because you're going back out of the canyon. So there were parts where it was tough, but it was something I was really lucky to do, and I definitely want to do it again.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it definitely sounds like a great experience. I know you had another experience again with nature. You stood on a glacier when you were up in Alaska. Can you tell us
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah, I was about, I want to say 6 years old. And again, went with my dad's side of the family. His parents like to travel a lot and go to, they're from Arizona. And they like to go to Alaska too. So I got to go there with my dad and sister. Yeah, when I was about six, and we did a lot of things. It was in the summer. We went during the summertime. So we were lucky that the glaciers were still there, and just being able to go see those was, I mean, just incredible. I think we got to see two or three different ones, but the one we got to walk on was, it was actually kind of scary, to be honest with you, but it was definitely cool. And that's an experience not many people get to do. So I was lucky to do that. We also got to see some, all the elk and moose up there, and even some reindeer that they had, and go on different nature hikes. And it was really cool.
Yeah, definitely sounds like it. Sam, my final question for you today is, since your time at Westminster, what do you like most about being at Westminster College?
Mm-hmm. I'd say the biggest thing is, I've always enjoyed like the small community aspect. I went to a pretty small high school, about 700 people, and that's about the same that Westminster has around there, 700 to 800 students. And, the campus is small, and you really have an opportunity to have relationships with a lot of people. And I think that's, in a college aspect, that's different from, going to, like, say, the University of Missouri or a state school where there's just so many people. And I really enjoy the aspect of, having a good relationship and with your teachers, and classmates too. Because, I think the biggest class I've had is probably 30 people. So that gives you that opportunity to, get to know your teachers, and they get to know you too at a personal level. And I've really enjoyed the faculty and staff at Westminster, and then obviously all my teammates, and I made some great friends too. And just being able to learn about the campus and the history is definitely really cool, and something I don't take advantage of.
Yeah. Well, Sam, thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure to get to know you a little bit, and we look forward to seeing you out on the soccer pitch again soon.